Hi folks, let's talk about best practices in our online course shell. Now, each faculty member will have an online course shell that is created for them through Genzabar in WolfDen via the e-learning management system. The learning management system is called e-learning. All new course shells are created equally. They all have a title in the top left navigation. They have the following tabs: Getting Started, Course Calendar, any news and announcements that you post, your coursework, discussion forum, syllabus, course information, gradebook, resources, chat, etc. The old format that we should no longer be using does not look like this. In fact, if you are copying older courses into a current or future course, you may want to think about just copying over the elements and leaving the new format as is. Since we have a discussion forum now that's named discussion forum instead of collaborate, we should probably use the new layout as a best practice going forward. So what I wanted to show you was the student view of your course when you utilize best practices. Right now I'm on my home page, which is the May 107 What's All the Buzz About course. It is also the Getting Started tab. So if I click on the Getting Started page, it's going to look exactly the same. What this means for your students is I will go into the student view. What this means for your students is that the way this course has been set up, they can see each unit in detail. They can also click on this drop-down menu and actually start back at the beginning. So it's defaulting to a different unit. So let's start back at the beginning of the bee biology. The items that I have on the home page will give a course status view for each student. So when they log in, they will see what their current grade is in the course. This is if you are using your gradebook as is a standard in your course. Any latest news that you may have posted in your class will show up, and then of course the unit that is showing in the coursework. Here for this unit, I've included an image to go along with my unit. I have a face-to-face class. I have an online student lounge introduction post. I have bee anatomy. I have various lecture materials in the course, including an online discussion, and then of course in future modules there's quizzes or different things. So here would be a nice little bee graphic that I used in my course. As you keep scrolling down, you will see any calendar updates, so anything that's due on the calendar, and then any news. So you can see some different posts or discussions that have been posted by your students or by their peers, since this is in the student view. What's really great is if I'm a student and I look at this, I can kind of see at a glance what's going on this week or this unit. And I can actually go to view all of my assignments, and that's going to take me to my coursework portal. So under coursework, this is a best practice. Under coursework, it is a best practice to list all of your materials right here and available. So here for the bee biology week, we have the same thing I just showed you. We can click on another link and we will see additional information. Now to go to the instructor view, I'm going to go back to the instructor view so you can actually see what this looks like in coursework. So I'm in coursework and I have my material that I have put in here. Each one of these items that I have added under coursework, I added as an assignment. So you can see here under type, this assignment is a participation assignment. This was a face-to-face class. This is an online discussion forum. These are reading assignments. I have another online discussion forum, and then of course there's a listening or a podcast assignment. Just to give you an idea of why this is a good practice or a best practice is number one, everything relating to any type of work, whether it is written material that you want your students to read in your class, supplemental material, videos, a discussion forum if you choose to do a discussion forum online, it's all assembled under coursework. When you create this as assignments under coursework, the graded assignments are they all go and they tie directly into your gradebook. So if I look at my gradebook and I click on it, oh, a beautiful gradebook, ignore all the students' names, you can see all of my online discussions. They're tied right in and I've graded them. So what's wonderful is you can go down and actually look at every single student grade. So for the purpose of keeping student names out of this, I'm using myself as an example. If I click on myself as a student in my course, then it's going to tell me my grade. Obviously, I haven't submitted any assignments, nor have I graded them, but if this were an active participant or student in your course, you would see all of the assignments. So here are all of the graded assignments that are part of this course. They would all be listed out because they are all as an assignment under coursework. You could also give feedback per student. So this is a general feedback to that one student, but as you grade each assignment, you can give individual feedback on that graded assignment. So coursework. Coursework is where you want to put all of your assignments. This is a best practice and should be utilized if you are using any online course materials, whether it's supplemental, a blended class, a fully online class, or just a web enhanced class with your face-to-face materials. Instead of adding all materials to your handouts, you can create units and add them to your coursework. That way your students can follow along better, your course is better organized, and it has a better overall feel to it. Back to the left navigation panel. Because the order of these items are emulating best practices in online, if you felt the need to change any of that, you can go directly into your context manager here. Your context manager will then take you through how to change the names of some of these pages as well as change the order of them. So if you look at your pages, right now the Getting Started tab is my default page. So if I wanted to change my default page from something else, I could do that. So if I wanted the coursework page to be my default page, or if I wanted the course calendar to be my default page, I could do that. I do highly recommend you keeping the Getting Started page as your default page. That way that gives the students a snapshot of coursework, upcoming due dates, any news and announcements, and their grade as a snapshot when they log into their course. That is a best practice. You can add subsections and then you can change permissions if you choose to do so. Also, export. If you have created a course that you like, so this particular Maymester course, if I were to click on the Export sub-tab, then I can actually export and download my course as a course cartridge and save it to my desktop. That way, all of the material from this course would be saved. So that is there under the context manager in your course. So as an overall review of best practices, use the current format where your pages will be in this order on the left navigation panel. You can change some of them around if you'd like. However, if you're copying a course, an older course that was in the older format from about 1.5 years to 2 years ago, I highly encourage you to learn how to back up your material and then create create your course using the new format. Again, I'm always available for individual help. You just have to reach out and give me a call.